Are those dogs? You never hear dogs.
Find your dreams come true, and I wonder if you know.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jasmine if you didn't know, and if you're wondering what happens in grad school, you've come to the right place. If you are anything like me when I was an undergrad, you're not super sure what goes on in grad school, you just know that you have to go in order to be able to be a speech pathologist. So to put your mind at ease, I'm just gonna tell you really quickly what you should expect. So grad school is composed of 3 major parts: your classes, your clinicals, and your externship. While taking your classes, they are essentially covering all of the things that you can expect to see when you're working with clients. So for example, you might take, or you should take, voice disorders, cognitive disorders, language disorders, all of the different types of things that you're gonna be working with in the field. Those are the classes that you're gonna be taking. Secondly, you're gonna be doing clinical, and you're typically doing clinical while you're taking classes. But before you get stressed, I know that seems daunting, but you have a supervisor who's gonna be with you every step of the way. So you're gonna be seeing clients. Typically, you'll have your supervisor behind a 2-way mirror, or at least that's how it was for me. And after each session, they should be giving you feedback and helping you through all of those therapy sessions. So lastly, you have your externships. Before I get into what that looks like, let me tell you what it is. So your externships are essentially the extension of clinicals, except for instead of doing it within your school, kind of like in that class clinic kind of environment, you're now going into the community, into schools, into hospitals, and doing a clinical that way. So typically a school will have 2 externships during your graduate degree, or at least that's how it was for Jasmine. And one is a school externship and one is a medical externship. Each of those for me lasted for 10 weeks, or they should have. However, because of COVID, my externships kind of got destroyed, essentially. So I spent about 9 weeks physically at my school externship. The last week was spent online, kind of talking to parents, doing therapy online with my supervisor next to me by my side. And then my medical externship, because COVID was in full swing, I ended up doing something called SimuCase, which was a lot of online simulations that lasted for about a month and a half. The timeline is a little shaky. But hopefully by the time you guys get to grad school, COVID will be a distant nightmare and you can enjoy your externships physically in person, because that would be awesome. So just to recap, grad school consists of grad classes, your clinicals, and your externship. It can be daunting, it is very stressful when you're in the situation, but if you look at me, I made it and you'll be fine too. So if you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. But until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.